Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Lawsplaining the Interwebs. I am your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small, tiny law firm in central Minnesota. And today we've got, well, it's been kind of a slow news day, I guess. Slow news weekend for the whole Weeb Wars situation. For the whole Comicsgate situation. We've had very little in the way of news, but there has been a little news. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about, what else are we going to talk about? Oh yeah. Attorney General, Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein is resigning now that Mueller's investigation is over. What is this hair doing? Oh, I feel weird. Like some little stray guy right here. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Distracting me. Hopefully it's not too annoying for you. Rod Rosenstein is resigning. He, of course, was the barrier to Trump firing Mueller. And now I guess since Mueller is staying on, or is done, and is no longer in danger of being you fired. None of that's going to happen. Now Rod Rosenstein can heroically step down, and so we'll talk briefly about his letter, and then we'll move in to Phoenix Wright. Oh my goodness. I am thirsty. So, we're also going to talk about how much the internet hates interns. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Don't be an intern on the Twitter. Because if you're an intern on Twitter, man, everybody hates you. It's amazing. I mean, not you guys, of course. Not you guys. But there's a certain segment of very, very patriarchal, sexist, little thirsty gentlemen. I don't know what to call them, but man, they are awful, aren't they? Wow. I did not know. Well, I did not know what would be happening. I heard my noise gate's a little bit strong, we'll say. Let me fix that real quick. This is what we do professionally. This is what we do, right? Is we, as professionals, it's best to do this live on the show. So I've turned the noise gate down. So hopefully it won't be dropping out anymore. I heard on some of my low sensual sentences that the noise gate was dropping out, and I apologize for that. But yeah, these guys, and it's almost universally people professing to be men attacking my poor intern. I can't believe it. So let's start with what should we start with? Should we start with that? Should we start with this Marzgurl thing? The doxing of Yellow Flash. I don't know. Did Yellow Flash get doxed? I mean, I know they like found a P.O. box number for him or something, right? I mean, you know, what's not that it's a P.O. box, okay? Like, and I know Flash like put it up, right? So it's fine in principle. It's fine, but for them, where does it ever end? But let's start with Flash, I guess. Just because, and the only reason I want to start with Flash is because I made a thing. I made a something. I don't usually make a something, but I made a something just in honor of Flash here, and this whole Marzgurl fiasco. Let's see. I think you guys will be able to see this just fine. Hold on. I'm going to get rid of my face for a second. Am I going to do that? No, I'm going to do this. There we go. There we go. I hope you guys can see this okay. Is that legible? Is this legible? Oh, well, I'll see it on my screen in just a second. Yeah, hold on. I hate the buffer of YouTube. There it is. Oh yeah, that's very legible. All right, I made this thing. It's the only picture I could find of Marzgurl. It's the only picture I could find that got her arms in the frame. Yeah, and if you're like the people on their side, you know, and you can't read, it says it was supposed to be a secret, wrecked. So there you go. There's a thing that I made just for Marzgurl. I hope I hope she enjoys it. And if you guys want, I should put that somewhere in case people want to send it out. I'll message it to Flash and stuff or something. I keep laughing at so the backstory on this is, of course, I was watching my kids and wife and I, we all had a movie night tonight, and so I was watching Ralph Breaks the Internet, and I was looking at Ralph's giant arms, and I said, I've seen those before. I know who did that. I know how they came out with Ralph's arms. And I just remembered that Marzgurl picture. So there you go. There you go. All right. Okay, what else do we have going on here? What else do we have going on? I'm going to take that off because I keep looking at it and laughing. Sorry. I hope that's funny for you guys. It's really funny to me, but of course I don't make memes very often. So when I do, I'm very, very proud of myself, and I can't stop laughing at my own joke. Oh. But yeah, we were watching that tonight, and I couldn't stop picturing those massive, just massive arms and hands in that picture. I don't know if she was worried that her face was fat, and so she did some sort of like pyramid lens to try and make her face look skinny. I don't know what happened. Okay. There's not really much to report in KickVic other than, of course, over the, what was it, Friday or whatever, Marzgurl decides to send the private, I guess it was private, I don't know, I just saw the screenshot of it, but I guess it was a private Facebook post just to her elite cadre of internet hacksaws, begging them for help with going after Yellow Flash. And after it came out that she asked the internet to dox a person, after it came out that she didn't, you know, attorneys do, like, we have to research and find people, or we have to hire people who can research and find someone. So we have tools to do that, right? And we or if we don't, we outsource that task to someone who does, and we find people and get papers to them. What we don't do is ask the internet to go find people, typically speaking. Now, if the internet does go find someone, we will use it in a heartbeat. Of course, why pay for what someone has done for you? Why do that? But you typically don't announce to a bunch of random people who might have maybe some ill purposes to go just dox someone. Typically. But and ultimately, like, I don't care. I'm not gonna fake like some sort of outrage about it. I think it's funny because it's like so much egg on face for this wonderful, towering, colossal intellect that is Marzgurl. But yeah, I find it funny. Of course, I wish nothing ill towards Flash and only good things. But I mean, come on. Come on. Please help me find him. Internet full of potential rapists and murderers. Oh my goodness. So that's kind of what's going on in Vic's case. I think they have until, what is it? Is it April? They have until May 20th or something like that for Toye and company to respond. Funimation is going to have more time. I don't know if Marky has been served yet, so I can't tell you about Marky. But Funimation is going to have more time than probably Real and Marky, because since they don't have that registered agent in Texas, they have to be served by sending the document to the Texas Secretary of State, who then has an office that looks up the registered agency in another state, and they do the process, service of process to that registered agent. So it's like this multi-stage mailing system, very, very fluid and efficient. Pinnacle government operations there, but because of that, they won't be served probably as, Monica and whatchamacallit, Toye were served on that day when Ty contacted me and said that their lawyer had agreed to accept service. They were served that day. Marky was not served in that way, and Funimation had to be served in the long roundabout way. So they're going to have maybe until, depending on how the routing of mail and finding these people goes, they'll probably have until the next Monday. So like a week later to respond for them. So there's that. I am so thirsty today. Goodness gracious. That's Kick Vic News. I stand with Vic News. Oh, I guess I could show the GoFundMe. That'd be a good thing to do. What am I even doing? We are remarkably close to another milestone in the fundraiser. We are remarkably close to $150,000, which is just absolutely mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. There we go. Here's the GoFundMe page. It's at $149,530. So to everybody who's out there donating, thank you. Thank you so much. Once we hit 150,000, they're going to lose their minds. I guess there is some news related to this that I can talk about too. They're going to lose their minds. Every like round number that happens, they go a little bit more into their own hovels and cry about it. And so getting to 150,000, which will probably happen like tomorrow. Tonight, tomorrow, at the latest Wednesday. But I think tonight or tomorrow, the way it's been going, this'll go up. I did have my intern put it up on her Twitter. So thank you if you saw that and retweeted it. Really do appreciate that. But every round number, it's a psychological hammer blow to these people. Oh, they got to 125. They got to 150. They don't know what to do. They can't figure out, one, why people keep donating. Well, he has enough money. He shouldn't need donations. Well, he's still getting them, though. And he's still getting them at an alarming rate faster than you are. Good luck. And then, why can't we get this taken down? Why won't they take it down? Right? It's to promote hatred and blah, blah, blah. All these things. They want to take it down, and they don't understand why it keeps going up, because it's all just a grift and a lie. So it's great. It's really great. We're at 570 more to go. So again, if it's in your budget, if it's on your heart or whatever buzzword you need, the bottom line of this is, if you can't afford to donate to his campaign, don't. For the love of God, don't give money you don't have. Please, please, please. Vic would never ask that. I would never ask that. Ty would never ask that. Vic would feel horrible if people were putting themselves into financial strain for his behalf, he'd be very appreciative, but he would feel horrible about that. So that's it. Other than that, whatever buzzword moves you, whatever added value statement moves you, right? Whether it's going after the people who are trying to deplatform people, whether it's going after a representation of Me Too, hashtag Me Too, that can actually be damaged and defeated, whether it's just simply standing up for due process, or whether it's because you just like Vic, if it's in you and it's not breaking your bank, please consider donating. That's it. I won't sell you anymore. Again, I'm worst salesman in the world, but I try to be honest. Try to be honest with you. So it's really awesome to see it go up that high. Keep going. Keep going. And with that, I'm going to talk about the alleged attacks on the GoFundMe. I'm going to talk about those in just a minute. But I want to read through the $20 chats, as I've already let a few slip past. And I don't want to get too far behind on those, because I really do want to keep this policy making sense. So Siren Jag, this is 4 hours ago, so well before the show. Siren Jag says, "Hey man, I may not make it for tonight's stream." Oh no, buddy. I had my own streaming happening this weekend that caused a weight loss of 6 pounds and 2 ER visits. Good Lord. Use this Justice chat to rip theirs to match mine, and hopefully I'll see everyone tomorrow. Siren, buddy, get better. If you are catching this or catching it tomorrow, get better, buddy. Get better. Next we've got David Ochoa says, "Have you seen the Games as a Service is Fraud video?" It's in my watch later playlist. I have not had an hour and 15 minutes to watch that video consecutively and to pay attention to it, right? I mean, I can throw it on the background while I'm cooking or something like that, but I haven't had an hour and 15 minutes to sit down and delve into it, which I really want to do. And I know a lot of people have been asking me about this. I don't have an opinion on what he says because I don't know, but the idea that games are anything other than a product that you purchase, the idea that they're just a license to use software that can be revoked after the purchase, I have a real problem with that. But just on general principle. But I haven't watched his video, so I don't know what he says. I don't know what side of the position he's on or anything like that. So we'll see. Kevin Landau. Says, "Hello, Kick Vickers. If you need a lawyer, you can hire me to represent. My legal team will sue Vic, Toei Animation, Viz Media, the state of Texas for $3 billion. I'm the lawyer famous for defending Maddox against misogynist Masterson." Yes, Kevin Landau, superstar attorney for all of your dog biting and frivolous lawsuit needs. Definitely check him out. Great guy, really a stand-up individual. Although I hear when he stands up, his pants come close to ripping because they are painted on. I like the Spike Man says, "Any thoughts on Hero Hayes' video about I Stand with Vic getting weaker? Didn't watch the vid, but it sounds like BS. I like that dude, but weird angle. Might have been clickbait, but I don't know." No, I haven't watched it. Hero's always been nice and stuff. I know there was a weird like spat between him and Goshell Zen. I'm going to talk about that tonight and try and put that to rest a little bit, whatever I can do about it. I'm going to talk about that as soon as I'm done with this quick round of chats. And then, I don't know. Dustin Fitzfar says, F yeah, I'm on time and bisexual. Time for Phoenix stream. Yes, we're going to do a Phoenix Wright stream tonight and hopefully finish up this second case and see where we go. Nick's Hex says, "Hey Nick, some rando posted on Vic Kicks Back that the GoFundMe is a scam. I guess those $500 super chats aren't paying the bills for you anymore." Well, yes, the GoFundMe that I don't even, my name is on there as the organizer. It's clearly going to Beard Harris and it's on behalf of Vic. I can't even touch the money if I wanted to. Definitely a scam. Where is this Vic Kicks? Oh, they posted on the GoFundMe. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, here we go. You guys all know this is a scam, right? Vic is not affiliated with this in any way. Well, I mean, you know, he kind of tweeted about it, but it's his lawyer. I guess we're all just lying. We're all just committing massive amounts of fraud right now. And Ty and I will definitely go to prison and lose our licenses for it. But it'll be great. It'll definitely be worth $150,000. Oh my gosh. I'll never understand. One endless fart said, how do you think the Supreme Court will go on the citizenship question for the census? I have no idea. The question of, are you a citizen? Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird question because I don't know that we just counted citizens ever in the census. I'm personally kind of opposed to the census in general. That's me. I know it's a constitutional power to take the census, but that's asking about the number of people, not like the 10 pages of questions that come with it. So I don't know what the Supreme Court's going to say on that. I don't know at all. It could really skew some voting districts, right? Like if you have a large concentration of unlawful immigrants. Is that nicer to say than illegal? Illegales, whatever you. If you have a large concentration of illegal immigrants in one area, or non-citizens or whatever in one area, but they count them for the purpose of the census, then we're setting up voting districts based on the distribution of people. And I guess that could skew things. I don't know how the court's going to go on it, though. Very weird. Very weird. What? No. Whoa! We broke 150,000. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Whoever Random Cast is with a big donation. Wow. Thank you. And Chris Headley with another one. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. This fantastic. It's fantastic. What a sledgehammer to the face of KickVic. I mean, honestly, every dollar that comes in hurts, but these big milestones really, really, it's like a big. Now you guys some of you guys like pizza. I'm not the biggest pizza fan, but I like pizza just fine. But what I really love is a big, fat, thick slice of mozzarella on top of the other stuff that gets kind of baked in. It's like a dollop almost of mozzarella, and it gets kind of burnt and crisped a little bit, but on the inside it's really still gooey because it's so cold and, like, you know, mozzarella-y through it. That's what these round numbers are. They're that big slab of mozzarella cheese that doesn't melt properly. Yeah. So thank you so much for making that happen. Oh man, it's great. It honestly feels great every time. And I can't wait to report as the lawsuits keep coming through and the stuff keeps happening. I can't wait to report to you guys. But yeah. All right. What do we got next? This one's an important one. Okay? This is from Solo Beverly. Solo Beverly, who has been a friend of the show for a long time, a contributor, is one of my patrons and is in the Discord and stuff. Solo Beverly says, "Hello, Nick. It's my birthday on Saturday. I know we talked on Discord, but I was wondering if anyone watching here is interested in story games and story game streamers. If so, send them my way, ? That's twitch.tv/Solo Beverly. 16-hour stream at 500 followers. So guys, if you're out there right now watching, if you like story games, and if you like streaming on Twitch or watching people on Twitch play through story games, which is the only way on earth I would play through a story game, because good God, all I want to do is get into action. I'm not a personal story game fan. However, if I was going to do them, obviously it'd be through the lens of someone else who can sit and play through them. Go check out, please, twitch.tv/Solo Beverly. Let's see if we can get him to 500 followers for his birthday coming up this week. Thank you so much, Solo, and go check him out. Go check him out. That'll be great. That'll be great. Okay. Next. What do we got? Blaine20 says, you evil employer. Forcing your intern to work at 11 p.m. on Sunday without notice. What? Who said it was without notice? Oh, wait, I guess... didn't she tweet out something about she could have Sunday off, and then I needed her to tweet something like that? I guess that's without notice. I don't know. Tweeting about your drunken streams, which is not relevant to her education, studies, requirements, or your law office's legal profession. That's where both of those are wrong. Both of those are wrong. Let me tell you about how law school works. Law school teaches you legal research and legal writing, and a little bit of things like deposition, exam, cross-exam, rules of evidence, stuff like that. Law school doesn't teach you how to run a law firm, how to market, how to manage customers or clients. Law school doesn't teach you about alternative types of representation. Law school doesn't teach you about alternative incomes. I tell you something, an intern at my firm has an interesting opportunity to do something that isn't happening, but is necessary. Isn't happening really anywhere else that I've seen on in the law practice world, but it's necessary over the next 5-10 years. I think in 5 to 10 years, we're going to see a bunch more lawyers utilizing social media in a very different way than they do now. We'll say it that way. And I'm hopefully I'm out on the forefront of that in many ways. So yeah, unfortunately, these people who also, remember, don't think like Ty is a real attorney are the same people who think that it's very ludicrous to have an intern who will tweet things out for you at like 11 p.m. or whatever. So anyway, yeah, thanks for letting me do that. Oh, and then Blaine20 says, PSA, short round is not believe Bulma. So there you go, in case anybody was confused there. According to Blaine20, short round is not blame Bulma. Believe Bulma. Believe Bulma. Oh, I guess there was a little bit more Kick Vic stuff, right? Sort of. Wasn't Renfamous? Didn't Renfamous end up buying Renfamous.com? Oh my goodness. Oh, I talked to Ty Beard today. No, this is cream soda, guys. IBC cream soda for the discussion there. I talked to Primarch Perseus Beardicus today, and he was delighted to find out that he was a Comicsgate attorney, or that he's the Comicsgate attorney, that Comicsgate attorney, whatever you want to call him, which is funny because he hasn't read a comic. I think he's read one comic book ever in his life. He's a huge nerd, but not in comics. So he is not really read a comic book except for there was one in his life. He keeps telling it to me and I've never heard of it. So good job, Ty. But yeah, so he's now the Comicsgate lawyer, apparently, even though it's Daniel Byrne is representing Richard Meyer. And then no idea who else would be representing. Although I guess if Ty does end up representing Tug, then that's kind of a Comicsgate lawyer. But and Ty also found out today that he's alt-right. So I guess let me welcome you to the party, Ty. The party, not the alt-right party, the party of people labeled as alt-right. The water's fine. It's okay. Don't worry. Only everyone will try and destroy you till the end of time from now on. But oh, Sergeant Rock. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. So there you go. And then all right, last one here before we get into that whole GoFundMe discussion. Aviary Wreath says, Nick, can you please say bathrooms are for paying customers only with the same intensity as you would when you yell it's for the fans? Okay, hold on. Bathrooms are for paying customers only. Only paying customers in the bathrooms. How hard is this? So there you go. Hopefully that was what you were looking for. Blaine 20 says, Ren attacked the abandoned GoFundMe that was used to trick her into buying her own domain back. How much time? How much time does she have? Doesn't she have like seals to chase down and swallow or whatever? Or krill to scoop into her disgusting gullet as she swims by? Schooled says, I can't believe Primarch Perseus Beardicus is a fake geek girl gamer. There you go. Ian Canant says, did you seriously become an Insta-thought lawyer? I mean, no, I've had an Instagram for a while, and I'm so bad that I didn't even post the show today. I'm bad at it. I'm practicing at using my Instagram as an alternative means to making show announcements and stuff like that. So I'm practicing, but not very well because I didn't update it. Because I might be off Twitter forever, right? That's the reality, is I might not ever, literally ever, be invited back to the most one of the most widely used social networks on the planet. I might be gone forever. Not account reset and start over and all that stuff. Literally just poof, gone. We don't want you. We don't want you driving activity and selling ads on our site. So I guess I don't know, but I've got to have ways to alternative channels to have people able to access show announcements and news. And I guess Instagram is like been this sleeper social media space where they have to, half their money is thoughts, so they have to be a little bit more liberal on what they allow on their site, I guess. So I don't know, maybe that's a thing. Maybe I can join the rest of the alt-right on Twitter. Or not Twitter, on Instagram. I don't know, guys. I don't know anymore. But all right, let me talk about this GoFundMe. Let me refresh it because I heard there was something else that came through. All right, we're at 150,530. Amazing. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Here's the deal. I did not see this. I'm not on Twitter, and it was much easier to monitor Twitter when I was directly doing it on my phone. Right? I could just check Twitter and people tag me and stuff. It was beautiful symbiosis of what was going on. I was immersed into it. But I'm not able to follow these stories as easily on Twitter because I'm going through this intermediary, right? Okay. I heard that there was some conflict in the ranks of the Stand with Vic side about the GoFundMe, and the GoFundMe's under attack or whatever. Let me do what I can on this, okay? Let me do what I can. I have gotten zero communications from GoFundMe with concerns over our campaign. Not one communication from GoFundMe concerning the campaign. I assume people are flagging it. I assume people are attacking it. I have gotten zip from them. They've never asked for me to clarify anything. They've never asked for me to do anything in regards to fraud or abuse or TOS violations. Nothing. The only communications I had with GoFundMe were in regards to specifically setting up the IOLTA account deposit, because GoFundMes typically go into an individual's personal checking account. And so having it go into this lawyer's trust account was a little bit outside of their standard procedure. And they let us know that right away. And all we had to do was make sure that they got, information from Ty and information from Ty's bank to verify the nature of the account, the titling of the account and everything, just so they could be sure that the funds were going into a legitimate account. And then they had to get a secondary level of approval since it was outside of the standard form. This is not a problem. This is taken care of a month ago, at least. So we've never had any issues with the GoFundMe. I know people are concerned about it being taken down, being under attack, what have you. The way GoFundMe works is the money is actually withdrawn progressively. So I don't know how much is in there, but I believe it goes out like every couple days and it just transfers directly into the account. So here's the deal. Even if they did attack the GoFundMe, which would be really stupid, the majority of the money is already processed and already being sent to Ty. So, like, there's not a way they're going to take away that money from Vic. Taking it down could be some sort of symbolic victory, I guess. I think it would be a bad play. And I don't think GoFundMe wants to mess with that either. So they know lawyers are involved with this. And if you come between a lawyer and his money, you'll be lucky to leave with anything left. Basically. So I don't anticipate problems here, but here's the bottom line on that one. It's not worth fighting over at all. If people are worried about the GoFundMe, let them be worried about the GoFundMe. If people have no concern about the GoFundMe and you're worried about it, let them have no concern over the GoFundMe. And I'll tell you, just if you want to worry about it, okay, but just relax on it. We're in really good shape. I know the way people title videos or write tweets or whatever, that can build into this idea that something is happening with the GoFundMe that is concerning, but it's not. It's not as far as the administrative portion is going. Of course, they could theoretically strike it down tomorrow, right? GoFundMe could just do that. And if they do, Ty and I will deal with that. All right. But in the meanwhile, the money that's gone in is being transferred to Ty's IOLTA account, and it will sit there until it is billed against for Vic's use. All right. I don't know how much is transferred. I don't know how much has been billed. I don't know. I know that some of these things have happened. I don't know the extent. That's a little bit private. Okay. But if they were to take it down, first of all, Ty and I will deal with it. And then we will deal with the person who interfered. That'll definitely be part of it. But ultimately, we'll make sure that there's some way to that everything's okay, right? We'll make sure everything's okay. So please don't fight over it. There's no use focusing our energy on each other over this, because this has really, really been secure. We've had no problems with it. So I hope that helps. Would really hate to see people stressing out over this. Plenty in life to stress out about. That is not one of the things. Okay. Blaine 20 says oh wait, I read that one. Cloudfire 181 says, is it illegal for a private investigator to go to the post office in order to obtain someone's name via their P.O. box without a subpoena? This is in reference to a guy on Twitter saying they got a PI in order to go after Yellow Flash name using his P.O. box. I don't know. I don't assume it would be illegal. It might be illegal for the post office to disclose it, but is it illegal to hire a private investigator and have a private investigator go ask questions and investigate? No. No, it's not. Like I said, when you have privileged information, and I don't know that post office ownership is necessarily privileged. When you have privileged information, you know, it's the disclosing party that's at fault. They're the weakest link in every system, by the way. So, no. But I don't know that anyone's gotten Flash's name from it. We'll see. If Flash knows about it, obviously he should go to that post office and tell them not to disclose his name to anybody. That would be the trick. Or maybe it's a huge troll and he's got it under his name, Yellow Flash Incorporated or something like that. Maybe he's got it under a business name. Okay. Goodness gracious. Morty J says, Nick, do you like the irony of Mars complaining about monetization? Yet the more she brings up you, Yellow, and the others, more word of mouth traffic and views you get, and hints, more money. How embarrassing. Yeah, Marzgurl is, well, overtly terrible at marketing herself or anything. She's just largely unskilled, right? I think that's about it. She was given, she was blessed with giant, horrifying arms. And she should really be like doing arm wrestling competitions in Eastern Europe or something. But instead, you know, she's on the internet failing. So I don't know. Okay, there's that. All right, there's a very, very minor update in the Meyer versus Waid situation. And that is simply that I can pull this up real quick. Oh my goodness, I drank that cream soda too fast. I apologize. Okay. Just a very boring one-page order here. Let's get this pulled up just for a moment. Okay. So this is hereby ordered that defendant Mark Waid's defendant's motion to dismiss for lack of personal jurisdiction filed November 2nd, 2018. Waid's notice of filing supplemental declaration filed November 16th, 2018. Plaintiff Richard Meyer's response to motion to dismiss for lack of jurisdiction filed April 12th. And Waid defendant's reply to plaintiff's response to motion to dismiss for lack of jurisdiction filed April 22nd are referred to United States Magistrate Judge Mark Lane for report and recommendation pursuant to 28 U.S.C. Section 636B1B, Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 72, and Rule 1D of Appendix C of the Local Rules of the United States District Court for the Western District of Texas as amended. So this is on April 29th, which was today. And this is, so the pretrial stuff here in Meyer versus Waid is being handled by a magistrate judge. Magistrate judges observe and make recommendations. and then the district court judge largely follows them and defers to them unless there's some, you know, massive problem with their chain of thinking, or their, you know, or they're wrong on the law, basically. So this is just an order ordering this to go to the magistrate judge. I don't know if it says the time limit in the rule here, but let me see. Let me see if I can find it. USC 636 B1B. Da, 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 da. Yeah, no, it just says that they can send it to the magistrate judge. It doesn't have anything, doesn't have any time limits or anything like that. I would assume, again, that they have probably up to 90 days to make a ruling on this. Hopefully we'll see one within 30 days and move on. But that is that. So very basic news. What was next? Oh, Duck Dynasty. Duck Dynasty. See, you know, today I called Duck Dynasty's attorney again. Their patent and trademark attorney. I did call her again. And went to leave a message again. And then I decided to call the paralegal over there, because I've been leaving messages, and this wonderful lady will not call me back. So I called the paralegal and levied a very polite threat to the paralegal, instructing her that I wanted a call back today on this issue. I did not get one. So I will be working with Stephen Birch. We will be drafting our response. And I mean, it's entirely possible that she calls me back in the morning tomorrow. I don't think it's going to happen. But we will be, looks like at this point, we're moving forward with the cancellation hearing. Because if they don't have the courtesy to call me back, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Just listen and take it? Is that what America is? Is that what America is? This is America. We don't mess with that. This is America. Right? No, we don't lay down and take it. We're gonna call them back, or we're gonna send a letter. We're gonna, I guess, look at the possibility of doing a cancellation proceeding to take their trademark away. Now, to be clear, if we win that, we don't get their trademark. They just lose their trademark, which is also funny. That's also funny. Actually, it's very funny. So we will be, and I let the paralegal know. I said, look, I'm an attorney who fights everything in the open. So we'll be going through that, I guess. Maximum funny. Now, U.S. Patent Trademark Office is a little bit different, right? We're not going to be doing these. Won't be these like giant slogs through everything. Paperwork is going to happen largely behind the scenes. But I mean, I'll post it. You know, we'll talk about this stuff. We'll talk about it on stream, what we're doing and why. Probably have Stephen Birch come on to help out because it's his area of expertise, not mine. But yeah, we're going through with it. We'll be preparing our response letter, and then, well, we'll see where the wind takes us. And again, depending on, I mean, I guess tomorrow maybe she calls me back and we change our minds. It's entirely possible. But outside of that, we'll be working on the Cuck Dynasty shirts as well. Forever229 says, Senator Richard Armstrong wants a word. Google it if you don't know who he is. Oh no. What is this? Why am I looking at this guy? American Museum Director, Guggenheim Foundation. Why does this guy want a word? I don't get it. I don't get it. Nanomachine son? Okay. Okay. So here's what other, do we have any other topics tonight before Phoenix Wright? I'm checking here. Oh yes, really quickly, we've got the Frog God Games and Rod Rosenstein. I kind of talked about Rod Rosenstein. That yeah, his work here is done. His work preventing Trump from firing Mueller. No, it's from a video game. Okay, Metal Gear reference. Okay, I gotcha. Sorry. Told me to Google it, and turns out there is a Senator Richard Armstrong. I mean, he's you know, or not senator. I mean, there's a Richard Armstrong first thing on Wikipedia. There you go. He's a museum director of the Guggenheim Foundation. Guys, don't hit me with good memes. I don't know what's going on. Chiliano says, "Hi Nick, finally caught one of your streams. It's my first super chat. Hey, thank you. I'm a paralegal in New York, and I must say your streams are good entertainment when it comes to anything legal. I can't wait for Vic to win and win again." Me too, buddy. Me too. Hashtag me too. Okay. The Frog God Games. This is very short. And then I'm gonna pour whiskey, and then I'm gonna play. Phoenix Wright. Stephen Armstrong, huh? Oh yeah, there is the riot lawsuit. I haven't read the riot lawsuit yet, so we'll have to look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, it's your fault for boomering up the name in the super chat. That's the problem. Even though everybody else figured it out, you're the problem, not me. Okay, Frog God Games. That case is still developing. Things are still moving there. Of course, it's in a very different place. It's very preliminary. But I can say this. I said this last night on Twitch. I found this to be very, very cool. But when I talked about Frog God and Steve Jackson games the other night and tweeted to Steve Jackson Games. That was Frog God Games' biggest web sales day in the past year. So we're talking Christmas, Black Friday, board game day or whatever. Doesn't matter. That was their biggest online sales day in a year. So thank you to everybody who reached out to support them. It's really great. And it just goes to show that the fans stand up for people, and they're willing to stand with them if they stand up. If you fold, the fans don't stand with you. This is a word to all the businesses out there. All the businesses out there looking down the barrel of social justice pointed at their face. Those people weren't buying your stuff. But a bunch of people are buying your stuff and will buy more stuff if you just stand there and tell the person trying to ruin your business to stuff it and to go pound sand. That's it. Stand up and we will stand with you. The people who are standing against you will still be against you after you apologize. They'll still be against you after you capitulate. They'll still be against you after every single thing you do. All you will do is lose money, lose more fans, lose real fans. Other people aren't in there for you. And they're just not. They're just not. Anime Matsuri says, Vic is hosting a panel each day at Anime Matsuri. Are you hosting a panel too? If so, what do you want to call it and what will it be about? Oh, I would love to. I would love to. Thank you so much for the chat, Anime Matsuri. Yes, I would love to host a panel. I'll have to figure out what it'll be about, but I think it would be great. Maybe since Tug and Flash are there, we can all do a panel together, or something like that. Let me have my intern. Can you? How's this? Can you, Anime Matsuri, message my intern with whichever account? Since my Twitter is down, I would love to. I'd love to converse on there and figure this stuff out. But yeah, I would love to host a panel. I think that'd be a ton of fun. And yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. That'd be great. Thank you so much. I look forward to being at Anime Matsuri so much. This is going to be a blast. And I can't wait. All right, guys, I bought. Oh yeah, maybe I could have Ty come. I think Ty's coming one of the days at least. So maybe he would want to join on the panel. I'll talk to him and I'll talk to you, of course, through my intern, or we can talk through email, whichever works for you. But let's set that up. I think that'd be great. I think that'd be a ton of fun. Yeah, we'll just be eating jelly beans the whole time, throwing jelly beans at each other, maybe having a jelly bean pillow fight, maybe just showering in jelly beans in our underwear or whatever. I don't know. That might be too far, but we'll try it. So I got this today, guys. I don't, I haven't bought whiskey in a while other than the Duke bourbon, but this is a 12-year Whistle Pig Old World Rye. That's I'm very much looking forward to this guy. Very much looking forward to this guy. Thank you to my intern for passing that information along. Really appreciate it. Oh, that's good. Rye has a nice, rye has a bite. Intentionally so, rye has a bite to it. You age a scotch and its bite, it smooths out quite a bit. Rye always has that little bit of, that's that American punch, right? That comes with it. That's good. That's good. Whistle Pig's good stuff. Oh, it's got a lot of it's got a very heavy wine finish to it. Very heavy wine finish. Okay. Next. Man, that was delicious. Keg7Go says, Weeb Law panel while you dress up as Phoenix Wright. That'd be fun. Blink Your Eyes 1400 says, the Jelly Bean panel. We'll see. We'll come up with something fun. And since I've been to the one community fest where I did a couple panels, but having very little panel experience. I'm sure it will be completely different than whatever anyone else is going to do, and also an unmitigated disaster. Okay. So there you go. All right. I think that's about it as far as the news goes, which is perfect. I really wanted to be right at about an hour before we delve into Phoenix Wright to have a couple. Get off the liquid and join the sober squad. Nah, it's okay. I was on the sober squad for a very, very long time. And yeah. No, I very much enjoy my whiskey. So all right, let's pull this. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there are tons of websites going around. They're like going around like some sort of illness, right? Just websites being passed out left and right. There's a renfamousx.com. There's a bigblueorca.com, I believe. There's Marzgurl.com or monetizemarzgurl.com. I don't know. There's a bunch of websites going around. As you all know, I am terribly ill-equipped to even run a basic show. So it's definitely not me making them, although they are very funny. There's even one of me, blackfacedlawyer.com, which is also very funny. And no, I'm not worried about it or anything like that. You know, it's the internet. It's the internet. People will say what they will. So there you go. Let's get settled in here. Get settled in for a little bit of Phoenix Wright. Get this set up. Okay. You know what? I bet if I shrink this down, we can maybe keep that updating throughout the show here. That'll be great, because isn't Phoenix Wright technically like a Funimation license? It'll be really good to have Funimation licensing just right in the same frame as what's its face, as Vic there. As Vic's GoFundMe. That's perfectly done. Okay, hold on. Oh my goodness. My neck. Oh. Here we go. Is this what I want? Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay. I apologize for the yawning. I gotta read this one real quick because it's funny. Harbinger345 says, I heard Mr. Six Figures has billions in the bank, can unsuspend anyone with a single email, can hire many PIs to dox your whole life, and he has to flex on all the peasants. Are you really a lawyer, Nick? I'm not as much of a lawyer as that guy is. Honest. How's that? Holy goodness, that guy's really something else. You can tell when someone not only doesn't have everything that they're claiming, but they don't even know anybody who does. If anybody thinks that 6 figures is enough to hire top tier litigators in California, you're way out of your mind. Even if all 6 of those numbers are 9s on your salary, you're still hurting hiring that litigator. It's just not cheap. It's never cheap. Okay, hold on. Oh my goodness. Trying to get all this stuff lined up here. There we go. I have so much yawning. I don't want to hide Vic. I want to keep it there. Don't you? Shouldn't we keep... Look, Vic's looking at you. Looking at you. Those wonderful gray eyes. Gray, green, or whatever. Almost like he's looking into you. He's there. Oh, hey, before we really get going, I know I keep saying stuff like this, but I do have to say, I got this today from someone. I don't have the card with me on who it was. I'll have to announce it again tomorrow, but just because I'm about to play the stream, someone sent me this wonderful, there, I've shown my badge, my Ace Attorney badge. Here it is. There we go. Thank you so much for my Ace Attorney badge. Now I'm a legitimate lawyer, finally, after all this time. That's great. Toya says, in my new America, people will die and kill for what they believe. Not for money, not for oil, not for what they're told is right. Every man will be free to fight his own wars. Played college ball, you know. Could have gone pro, Jack. There you go. Double A says, check out kickvic.com, wink face. Maybe we'll do that in a little bit when I need a break from the game. Courtroom! Courtroom! Hold on. Gotta get that gavel. Gotta get that gavel. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Prosecution. Wait. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. What voice should I do for this guy? Look at this guy. He's like 12 years old. He's got that ascot on. I'll do it this way. With the cough. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. I don't know. We'll make it up. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. What if that's what he's into? Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. The problem is I forgot what my voice for all these guys were. Sir! My name's Dick Gumshoe. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map to the office to explain. But that doesn't look like a body. What is this? The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. Murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. You're still calling it a statue. Ooh, floor plans. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why, we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Well, very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack! Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, this would go over well, I guess. She would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Why? Maya lived on a mountain, and her sister was a lawyer, and they have nothing in common. All right, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed the scene. Hold it! Who'd you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. Call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel right across from the crime scene. Right. Please continue. There were two people there already. Hold it! Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast! Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, hey! Objection! This is my cross-examination! What? So tell us who the people you found on the scene were. No! Yes, sir! The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hold it! Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. He does have a point about her. She's pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. It said to press on everything. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. No, you didn't. Why's that? What was your reason? We had a witness account describing her. Hold it! Yeah? I heard correctly. You said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? Oh, I think we know what was hard about her evidence. Well, what? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Well, I mean, if the lady tells you to press, you press. Yes! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. No! He's on record. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Begin? I was already... We're not going to press on that one. Here, let's present this. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence in that statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. What? He's talking about the paper. All right. Hold it. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind of, well, I hear they take the, little bits in the blood, the, hermogoblins, gobble bobbles, goblins. I refuse to testify on the matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation. As should you. Oh. Right. Where was I? Where were we going? Detective Gumshoe. There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say the victim Mia Fey wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Yes. Yes. Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. But backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately! But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had time to write anything down. Objection! Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? It was a day after the murder. The prosecution's point being? The autopsy report. That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate, due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look so shocked. Something you want to say? Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? How is that the obvious conclusion? That is not... This isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. I'm not done. I'm not done cross-examining Gumshoe. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own beautiful, large eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? What part of her isn't innocent, Phoenix? Woo! Witness, your name, please. Don't blink, you might miss it. Oh my goodness gracious. Come on. April May, at your service. Wink. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Oh, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the room and the penis of every woman. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5 when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay and Company law offices? That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy whipsy wink. Well, Your Honor, I see. It's a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you are Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults and perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yeah, of course I'm gonna cross-examine the witness. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Hold on. Hold on. You know what we need on this case? We need this guy. This guy needs to be on the case. Hold on. Where are we? This guy needs to be on the case. Oh, God. Can I, hold, here we go. Hold on. Let me just fix this real quick for a second. Let me just fix this. This guy needs to be on the case. What are we even talking about here? Man arrested for claiming to have a thought-slaying license and carrying a 4-foot-long sword. This is who we needed on here. This is who we needed on here. This guy would have solved all these problems right here. This guy. Okay. Sorry, I saw that earlier. Drexel sent that to me. Go figure. We can't let this rampant thottery stand. No way. All right. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. I'm gonna get my window back. Oh my goodness. Where did everything go? Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know. Hold it! Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why not? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know, had a feeling. Have you ever had a feeling, Mr. Wright? Well, I have a feeling she's tried to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. See how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Ooh. Look at that eye twitch. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her? With these trivial questions? I really don't think it should be allowed. Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. You looked out the window. What did you see next? Saw a woman with long hair being attacked. When attacking her was a mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. This testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Hold on a minute! That testimony stinks! What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... Did you really see the defendant at all? Mr. Wright! What's the meaning of this? Yeah, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks like a weirdo's. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. What? Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. Yet you literally do. Of course you do. You know exactly what she was dressed like when you arrested her. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Rar, what are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. For now, I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn. Almost had her. I did see everything I did. The victim, the woman dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Tee-hee. I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Clock? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. Yeah. Objection! Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. Not till you're in that jumpsuit, girl. Not till you're in that jumpsuit. Then we'll talk. You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Objection! The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. Objection! But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with those questions before. Only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Whew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you, a humble thought, know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fay and Company? No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to that hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor! I'm not satisfied because... Your Honor, members of the court, it's inconceivable that the clock in question rang. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look right now. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright! Would you care to explain the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat, come on. Phoenix. Nah, man. Bruh. Liar. Fat. Well, Miss May. Tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? Clock can't ring if there's no clockwork. If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now, I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Shouldn't it just be the clock? Let's see. Here we go. That's a very cute cell phone. Ooh, you have a girly phone. Wait. Whoa. This isn't my phone. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone and it contains a recording. A recording of the conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. Let's hear the conversation. Hold on. Excuse me. Mm. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take out the clockwork. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was I at again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections? Objection. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness has not seen the clock before. Just gonna be the statue again. It's simple. This clock was never in any store before. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything's sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, and he slays her with a dad joke. Oh my goodness. Oh, excuse is not on sale today. Those advanced jiggle physics. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it and she should die for it. Die! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh, silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. Tee, wink. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder was a clock. Have a look at this. Oh, that is... I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim Miss Mia Fay's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can! It's simple! What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. I present the defendant's cell phone. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. It's a clock. Made to look like the statue of the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. With an L. Am I wrong? Hey! Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face! Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone, or do I have to tap that hiney? Miss May! Shut up, you lawyer! It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, I'm the bad girl? Is that it? Is that it? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping or irrelevant? Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil, evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? You got the wrong that, honey. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course I can, and will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet, delicious bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee? Think I'm making this up? Asked the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So where does this leave us? It's my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Mia Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. No way I can win this unless I time Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well... Bellboy or Miss May? Bellboy or Miss May? The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. You can hold your dick. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer. Thus, she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty from Miss Maya Fey. Why would anyone take this deal? That is my condition. Accept the condition or give up? We gotta do it. We gotta do it. I accept your condition. Huh? Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy. So without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9, on the dot, sir. I brought it to her precisely at the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right. I'm ready. I hope. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and the point being I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? Nine on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, the time of the murder. I brought it to her precisely at the requested time, of course. Precisely 9, then? Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. Are you sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir, as in so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought that room service, sir, she, the guest, sir, favored me with, an embarrasser, sir. Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Oh, a peck on the cheek? A peck on the cheek? My man Vic has got your back, fam. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget. That's pretty fishy. Finally, you understand. Yeah, it was embrace, not embrace, sorry. The bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Except them, you know. Now, if you have any decency, you'll end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. Wait! Please wait. Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question. That's all. Bed making. Bed making. Tell me about making beds that day. I was wondering what you were going to ask, but bed making? A new low. Right now, Mr. Edgeworth. The witness will answer the defense's question. Yes, well, it was quite like any other day's bed making. I changed the sheets, the pillowcases, and then I proceeded to make the bed. I had to bring pillows for two, of course, but they're quite light, you see. I see. Thank you. Bellboy, what did you just say? Yes, pillows are light, sir. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? You guys thought it was the cups? You thought it was the cups? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. Was your good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it. I was specifically asked, sir. Oof! You fool! I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright, is this other person? Simple. It was... the man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart. Amateur! These accusations are ludicrous! Enough! The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That's all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his with his eyes wide and trembling lips sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So what happens with me? You go back to jail, thought? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? The man with Miss May. Wait. The man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis, don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. Thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Okay, let's go ahead and save that. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna be done with the Phoenix Wright for tonight. This is really it's really harsh on the old voice. Really harsh on the voice, and I didn't not have enough vocal lubricant at the time there, or at for today, we'll say, for today. So let's go ahead and make sure we're saved again. Let me close this out. I'm going to read the chats, and then I think I'm going to be, I think I'm going to turn it in a little early if we get done with the chats in time tonight, because I'm going to rest the voice. It's going to be great. Don't worry, we'll do Phoenix Wright maybe even again tomorrow. We'll maybe, I want to finish this case, so we'll have to do like an hour here, an hour there. So. All right, let me bring this up one last time. We are at 157.30, which is awesome. Thank you guys so much for doing that. Let me go back to the Hangouts here. And then let's go back to the beginning of the chats. We're just going to go through all these guys. So again, I'm sorry. The problem is, I think if I do another, or the rest of the chapter, it's going to be at least another hour, and I can't do another hour of voices and then switch to you know, reading the chats and all that. So, but we may even do it tomorrow. Because I really do want to finish the case. All right, Designer's Quill Says, hi, Nick. I sent you an email recently. Let me make sure this is the next one. We've got that. Okay, good. Okay, good. Designer's Quill says, hey, Nick, I sent you an email recently. In case you didn't already know, save the details contained till the next stream, but feel free to hint. The hint is that Designer's Quill is working on something that you guys can choose if you want to purchase. And then if you purchase it, some of the proceeds are going to go to the GoFundMe. So that'll be up to you guys to look at and see if you're interested in it. Bamboo Shoot says, I had a fever of 103 and 104 2 days in a row with bronchitis last week. I'm still in recovery, but I'm well enough to join you. So what did I miss? Well, you missed a lot. You missed a lot. Sorry. And I don't know. What days were you out? What days were you out? Blink Your Eyes 1400 says, did you hear about Marzgurl using a PI to get yellow flash? Tug made a video on it. If she's using one to get info, is it legal? Yeah, private investigators are private investigators. They just can't do illegal things to do their investigation. Right. I mean, I guess they could. Lil Poo Poo says, 7 out of 10 would smash Rekieta's intern again. Casting couch was dingy and smelled of booze. Though overall left a happy customer. She knows the law. Am I right? Or she knows the law. All right. Wink, wink. Wow. That's, I'll have to talk to her about her extracurricular activities here. Cocky Onsai says delayed and interned. Blaine 20 says latent and limp wristed. Rude. Ishailson says underage and disabled. The Artsy Tuber says tardy and bisexual. Austin Heartless says late and gay boomer. Legend of Blue says wish me luck. I got an interview on Friday. Oh, good luck, buddy. Go slay it. DCV Titan says, how goes your time in Twatter Thought jail? It's kind of, it's just miserable. It's just miserable all around. Everybody's miserable. Miserable. Just miserable. Tefabled says, so apparently a multi-billionaire Hollywood PR guy is going to hire Mars's counsel, LMAO. Yep, yeah, the multi-billionaire Hollywood PR guy with like 5 Twitter followers. Good job, that guy. Dean Skig says, when are we getting another episode of the Big Brain Panel? You, Josh, and Keon are always hilarious together. As always, love the show. I want to do one very soon. I want to do one very soon. So hopefully very soon is the answer. Let's see. Oh, goodness. Andrew War Snowboard says, it's amazing how chauvinistic femcells can be. It is, isn't it? Very chauvinistic. The second you have a female who challenges the narrative, she gets right off the plantation. Karite Sumatai says, I knew from the moment I saw your content, there were sparkles flying. I'd never super chatted before, but I would allow you to suck me my wallet. Oh, thank you. Forever229 says, suppressed by the intern RC. Bob Job says, Mech E is killing me. Prayers. Mech E is killing me. Prayers for finals, please. Yeah. God bless Bob Job's finals, man. Give him some insight, wisdom, and retention to help him, and recollection to help him get through those tests. Kodiak says, what was that, a beer or a cream soda you were drinking? Cream soda. IBC cream soda. Forever229 says, post it to Twitter. That Marzgurl meme? I'm not going to have my intern post that. I'm not going to do that, but I'll have her send it to Flash and Tug and stuff like that. Michael Riley says, any update on Next Generation Duck Commander? Keep up the great work. The only update is that the lawyer did not call me back because apparently the lawyer wants to be annoying. So I called up the paralegal, left a message. I mean, I called and left the lawyer several messages on her voicemail, called up the paralegal and actually spoke with her, with that paralegal, and left her messages. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm not waiting any longer. I'm going to have my IP attorney, Stephen Birch, draft up our response, and then we'll go from there. SM Skorks 89 says, no, Flash did not get doxxed. Marzgurl is too pathetic to get it right and believe 616 was his area code. It is Earth 616, the main Marvel universe. Talbot Links says, always start with the Flash. Let them know what's there. Kaki Onsai says, 470 to 150K for Vic's GoFundMe. Go donate, folks. We passed that. We did. So thank you so much. Razius says, first ever super chat. You are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome to the super chat party. Blink Your Eyes 1400 says, but I thought she was a joke. Everybody did for a bit, I guess. Butthole Weeb says, Nick, I miss you, buddy. Thanks for the stream. Talk soon. Short Round says, go to marzgurl.com. Hashtag fear the beard. Hashtag free Nick. Thank you. Albert Stoddard says, Nick doesn't ask the internet to find people. He insults them on Twitter until they file an ethics complaint with their address. Very true. Very true. Toya says, you sound great, Boomer Lawyer. If you ever need audio advice, just shoot me a message and I'd be happy to show you more advanced audio tools. Lake. SM Skorks 89 says, Anime News Network's Hope / Jacob Chapman, channel awesome alumni, is no longer married to Zach Birchie. Both are scum. It couldn't have happened to a better couple. Intimidator 0108. Keep fighting the good fight, Nick. Love what you're doing for Vic. I'm curious what will happen next for Yellow Flash with Marzgurl trying to find him. Well, if Marzgurl executes finding Yellow Flash as competently as she does everything else, Yellow Flash will become more anonymous. It'll be harder to find when she's done, because that's how successful she is at everything else. Finfrog says, Nick's intern is the hero we needed, but didn't realize it at the time. Glad you like her. Bagel Goose says, when are Marzgurl and Flash going to hook up? The sexual tension is palpable. Corvo says, what do you think it will take for these kick people to, at minimum, take a pause and genuinely ask themselves, are we the bad guys? Losing. Kidda says, by sending that meme out, you mean in general and not sending it to Marzgurl, right? SJWs like to twist things like that into a call to harassment. No, I don't have a way to send anything to Marzgurl. Blackened Soul says, Jacob Wall is proof people conspire to deplatform. There's a lot of that going around. I heard there's a lot of copyright system abuse on YouTube right now and deplatforming based on that copyright stuff. So who knows? Oh, excuse me. Quantum Video says, Nick, can you mention Quantum Videos? I'm close to 250 subscribers. There you go. Go check out Quantum Videos. I only need a few more. I have lots of video game and faith-based content. Thanks. Check them out. Check them out if you want to. Blink Your Eyes 1400 says, we broke 150,000. Awesome. Kyo Hamura says, you and Ty can start a GoFundMe when you're in jail for stealing from a GoFundMe. Yes! Nix Hex says, the double L in illegales are... it has a Y sound, silly. Illegales. Illegales? There you go. Let's see. Rodent Slayer. 3 days left to get a Song of Mice and Fur on Indiegogo. Cat and dog lords fight each other for the right to rule Nyania and the rodent serfs. There you go. Go check that out. King Harkinian says, we need a GoFundMe to build cages for SJWs. There's not enough metal in the world, bud. SoCat says, my birthday is on May 4th too. Awesome. May the 4th be with you. Team Random 21 says, hey Nick, do you worry that the Kick Vic side will get more and more violent as they continue to lose? I hope not. I always expect that. Talon Seer says, I like you, Nick, but your state is home to the Minnesota Wilds. I hate your bastard hockey team. Well, me too, buddy. Me too. Bloopy says, welcome to Jurassic Park. The music swells as Dr. Grant looks up from a giant footprint. In the distance, a reverse T-Rex Marzgurl emerges and rees. Andrew War Snowboard says, whales sneezing is beautiful, but not wrens. Zypher Warrior says, someone else bought renfamousx.com. Check it. Angel Ren 89 says, my friend who made Fist of the Beard Star finished his next meme. Go look up Cool Man 229 Ty Beard, the Forbidden Lawyer, here on YouTube. There you go, guys. Ty Beard, the Forbidden Lawyer. Schooled says, I can't believe... Oh, wait. I read that one. Ivan Faza. Sergeant Rock was mid-70s anti-Vietnam War comic. Kidda says, Dungeons and Danger Hair legal action is still early, but did you see Frog God Game CEO posted an apology? Thoughts? I did. You know, I have a lot of thoughts on that. It's an apology to people who might have been offended by his behavior. It's not an admission. Not an admission of wrongdoing, but it is an apology for acting too brazenly. You know my rule. My rule is never, ever, ever apologize. Never apologize. I don't think he had any reason to apologize. But, you know, they made that statement. And here's the problem. They run a business. And they have all sorts of thoughts and considerations about what's appropriate for their business. And they must have made the decision that this statement was appropriate for their business. What are you going to tell someone who's in an industry about that decision? Not much you can say. I don't really like it. I wouldn't have done it. No way on earth would I have done that statement or recommended it, but not my client. So, you know, and even if they were, sometimes clients go off the rails and do stuff. But we'll see. I don't think it's a statement that'll hurt them in court, but you know, it's just going to get thrown back in their face over and over and over again. They should have just said nothing. That's my thoughts. Social Injustice Warrior says, I know she's called Marzgurl, but that girl on the is on planets that haven't even been discovered yet. Hashtag hop off Vic. Josue Tavares says, maybe give the Fediverse for social media a try. Maybe. I got an email about that. Was it from you? There you go. Oh, latte something sent a chat that I missed. So did Saint Luciferia. I'm sorry I missed these guys. I don't know where they came from. Well, there's a whole bunch of these 20s that I missed. I apologize. Hey, Nick, fellow Minnesotans here. Sending support from Staples, Motley, and Brainerd, Minnesota. We stood neutral for a long time. However, the Kick Vic side was just too much to stand anywhere near. Thanks, buddy. Welcome to us. St. Luciferia says, sorry if someone asked about this. I'm curious about Niobe getting kicked out of a convention by Kick Vic, as per a video I saw on Comics Geeksome. Did it happen? And can the guy do anything legally about it? I don't know. Blueby says, ha! Renfamous is a Muppet. She kept tweeting about how people couldn't afford that domain, but people basically tricked her into dropping $300 into a website she wasn't going to use. Rodenslayer says, Game of Thrones sucks. Get a Song of Mice and Fur on Indiegogo. Matthew Niedig says, Rial is going to be at PopCon in Indiana. Want to meet her while wearing a shirt that says Volmer was better. It'd be funny. Just be respectful. Don't get yourself thrown out of the con. Cowboy FMJ91 says, funny how they think they silenced Wreck-It Rackets by removing you from the Twitter when you have 5,000+ people tuning into your stream. Well, they didn't silence me, but they did remove my voice from a space, the only space they do well on, which is Twitter. Zachary Zwickle says, have you heard about how Marzgurl had started targeting Vic's mother by mentioning a few things about Vic's mother and posting a link to her live journal? If so, what are your thoughts on her doing that? I did hear about that, and my thoughts are that was unwise. Morty J says, Nick, do you like the irony of Mars complaining about monetization? Oh wait, I read that one. Edwin Sparks says, sup at Rekieta Law. Any word on defamation charges for Marzgurl over her accusations of Vic's mom grooming underage girls for him? I don't think Marzgurl actually made those accusations specifically. She kind of hinted at them, but they were made specifically on Pull. Pretty Ugly Little Liars, not Pull. Let's see. Next, Yippee-ki-yay says, hey Nick, I'm stuck in a super uncomfortable hospital bed. being induced and waiting on my baby to get here. Thank you so much for the distraction, helping me pass the time. Oh, man. I know that, what is it? Pitocin. Pitocin sucks. Sucks. I'm sorry that you're having to go through that. I know that waiting game for induction is just, man. I don't envy it. I don't envy it. So I'm glad to help you pass the time. And seriously, prayers for you and your baby. I hope everything goes well on that delivery. And your husband or boyfriend or whatever your relationship status is. But the dad, I hope everything goes well for you guys and everybody's healthy at the end of it. Michael Riley says, any updates on new generation Duck Commander? Also, Nick, what made you want to become a lawyer? The updates on the Duck Commander are, like I said, sent a threat to the paralegal, and we'll be sending a letter to them tomorrow. Talbot Link says, leave dragon things to dragon, leave lawyer things to lawyers. Yeah, there you go. Oh, and what made me want to become a lawyer? I took the LSAT on a bet, just for pride and ego purposes, long story short. And then I wasn't planning on becoming a lawyer, but then my job became a 2-hour commute. And so I decided not to do that. I didn't want a 2-hour each way commute for my job. And I was sitting around wondering what I would do in a very small town. And I said, hey, every town needs a lawyer. So I went to law school. That's how that works. Days of Clarity says, Marzgurl is a cash cow. I'll show myself out. Cerulean Voice says, Waid's defendant's reply to plaintiff's response to motion to dismiss for lack of jurisdiction. Wow, what a legal mouthful. Yeah, that's how we do it. RD Preposterous says, did everyone see the tweet Shane Hamburg made? He's trying to use a case of an actual rapist to show why people wouldn't speak up. It's truly disgusting seeing him compare Vic to the rapist. Well, you know, that's Shane. Shane needs a therapist. Forever229 says it's a joke. He's from Metal Gear Rising. Forever229 says, whoops, Stephen Armstrong. Esme Ilias Anime says, did watch Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 3? If so, thoughts? No. We haven't watched any Season 8 Game of Thrones yet. We're still, we've watched them all up until the final episode of Season 7. But now we're actually going back and watching them again. We're not very far in. Forever229 says, sorry, Dad, cry faces. Professor Azriel says, hey, Nick, a couple questions. What should we call your intern? My intern. Will you come check out my YouTube and let me know what you think? Lastly, should I go to school to become a lawyer? By the way, first super chat ever. Well, thank you for being your first super chat ever. Only go to law school to become a lawyer if you really, really want to be a lawyer. It's not actually a super high paying profession. It pays well. It's above average, but you know, the people who make a ton of money are just like in every industry. They're actually very few and far between. You make a good living, but it's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of, depending on what type of law you do, it can be very trying. Very trying. Yeah, I'll check out your YouTube channel. Oh, excuse me. Soviet Doge says, are you considering talking about the situation where Onion Boy is copyright striking a ton of channels like Repzion and Blair White et al? Just curious. Is that Onesian or whatever? I'm considering talking about it. I haven't seen too much of it, but I've seen it floated around. Mink says, play Metal Gear series. You can kill people in it, even though you should sneak around. Play it for the story. The game is interesting. Did I mention you get to fight Big Mecha? Also, Meryl is best gal. Knight 55525 says, Senator Stephen Armstrong, I have a dream speech. I'm sorry I can't have this one slide. Blink Your Eyes 1400 says, the Jelly Bean panel. Oh, I read that earlier. Thank you. Devin Zachary says, fun fact, Whistlepig is actually, or has historically been, Canadian Alberta Premium Whiskey pre-aged but aged in their own casks. Could be. Does not say. It's aged and bottled by Go America Go Beverages in Shoreham, Vermont, distilled in Indiana. So if it's distilled in Indiana and then aged and bottled in Vermont, they must not use the Canadian stuff anymore. But, you know, I actually had the Alberta Premium. This is empty. And that was good stuff. All right. Randstein Hernandez says panel law. Your panel title: Nick and the Forces of Law. Talbot Link says panel. It's for the fans with Rekieta and Beard. SM Skorks 89 says say hi to Ruben Langdon at Anime Matsuri 2. I will do that. I'm looking forward to that very much. Harbinger 345 says I heard Mr. Six Figures has billions in the bank. Oh, I read that one. Timothy Reaper says Snape kills Tony Stark. No, Snape. Forever 229 says his eyes follow you like Marzgurl is following Yellow Flash. Citizen Napa says Nano Machine son. Mythos Irving says the witness with a fish smelling screwdriver. Gross. Harbinger 345 says instantly died. Managed to write a note. Okay. Mythos Irving says did she teach her other kids or other kinds of tricks? Angel of Death is hiding. To you, Sir Gumshoe, I bequeath a boot to the head. Simulated Internet Friend says, Nick, is this game accurate vis-a-vis caveats, right? I'm pretty sure I saw cravats. I'm pretty sure I saw Johnny Cochran wear one. 100% accurate. M says, Edgeworth always running the gayest of ops. TL Universe says, can I jump in and voice act with you too? Not today. Maybe some other time. Blink Your Eyes 1400 says Captain America in picture is too appropriate. Forever 229 says any quests for slaying thoughts. Moist John says to her the L in clock is silent. Forever 229 says she's a Mars girl. Johnny Sargent says Miss May inspired Shane. To be fair, she's 1/8 of a Mars girl. Blink Your Eyes 1400 says, that sounds like extortion from the prosecution. Thoughts? I mean, sounds just completely ridiculous to me. Solo Beverly says, I didn't make it to 500, but Nick, that made my year. Thank you. Can I send you a thank you card or something? If you want to, buddy. If you want to. Again, what... Solo, what's your Twitch? What's your Twitch thing again? I'll try and announce it one more time. Or you can throw it in the chat. Was it just twitch.tv/Solo Beverly? I don't know. Put it up in the chat, tag me or whatever, and I'll talk about it one more time. Above Average Peen Jeremy says, you sounded like Mr. and Mrs. Ron Soye, confused on what gender it was. Ida Spear says, if she's 17, give her the peen, 90% of the world. Many states as well. TL Universe says, I give you this money and you let me voice act with you. Deal? Deal. Well, not tonight. Inkpenification says, liking the game, I'd take it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Timothy Reaper says, was the hotel being run entirely by that one bellboy? He seemed to be doing everything. Okay, so yeah, it's Solo Beverly's Twitch channel is twitch.tv/Solo Beverly. It is in the chat. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm gonna type it up in the chat too. Twitch.tv/Solo Beverly. Go check it out. Go check it out. See if you want to subscribe. Birthday's coming up on Saturday, and of course you got the Twitch streaming of the story-driven games. So check it out. Inkpenification says liking. Oh, I read that one. Double A says check out the kickvic.com. It's pretty funny. I think you'll have an idea who made it. Also, Amazon's plus Amazon Emeritus when? Great stream again, Nick. Ty is killing me. He says next week for Christina, not this week. Sorry. However, don't thought slay me yet. In exchange, I think we're going to have the Beard Daughters this week. Potentially. We'll see. But the Beard Daughters, we'll talk to them about what they do this week. Hopefully. Christina next week, probably. Okay. Skaki Onsai says, Angry April May equals Jamie Markey. Ha! Hashtag Elf says, Angry April May equals Jamie Markey. Ha! 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 Cars in Depth says, what pistol would you recommend I carry while attending synagogue services? I'm not actually a big... I mean, I love guns, but I couldn't give you a recommendation off the top of my head. The chat can probably give you a better recommendation. Someone in the chat. Is it Glock 22 or whatever? 9mm? It's a nice gun. Or is that a 27? I don't remember. It's not too big. Should carry well. Let's see. Blaine20 says, NJ4K pointed to a legal site that discussed exploiting someone's image. R.E. Marzgurl. Any one-liner response you'd like to toss the loser's way? He's an idiot. He's an idiot. There you go. They're not using her image as an endorsement of a product. That's what improper use of an image without permission comes from, is improperly using... using an image of someone to imply that they're endorsing a product or service that they don't endorse. Ridicule is pretty much okay. There you go. Blaine20 says, I am Yellow Flash. Cesario JPN says, I am Yellow Flash. HR Hakan says, what does oofda mean in Minnesotan? Means, I made a mistake. Blaine20 says, my standard apology is go F yourself. I might be in trouble on Kiwi Farms for apologizing a couple of times this morning. Uh-oh. Blink Your Eyes 1400 says, or Rule 2, never talk to the cops before you. Correct. Never talk to the cops before me. Cerulean Voice says, you missed my earlier chat, or am I just impatient? Probably impatient. I think I read it now. Big Red the Beard says, I don't super chat often, but it's great you're fighting the good fight. As a fellow Midwestee, Northern Iowa, I try to stay up with the stream every night. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Cerulean Voice says, literally got my answer the second I sent that, lol. There, that's how it goes. Big Red Bear says, don't bother watching Game of Thrones last season. It's really disappointing so far. Not going to spoil, though. Just a warning, you'll like it as much as Skunk. Lane20 says, conceal Glock 27, 40 cal. There you go. Forever229 says, plot twist, Marzgurl is Yellow Flash. Professor Azrael says, Shane needs a brain, not a therapist, Nick. Well, that's true. Blink Your Eyes 1400 says, speaking of tree law and Onesian, the wetlands he destroyed, will you look at? I don't know. I don't know anything about it. What's going on with Onesian? DeFabled says, it's funny when someone calls themselves a billionaire, you're basically doxing yourself since there's about 140 to 150 billionaires in California. Yeah, it really narrows it down, doesn't it? Non-Vitae Rex says, favorite courtroom drama movie or TV show? Anatomy of a Murder? Probably Anatomy of a Murder. Maybe it was 12 Angry Men. I don't remember. Those are both good. Well, My Cousin Vinny, of course. My Cousin Vinny. And Nilox7 says, Ross Scott's video basically said that games as a service or not services are not services, and game companies are committing fraud by rendering games unplayable. His goal is to preserve games for the future. Then he and I will probably get along really well. So I'll watch his video. Maybe I'll invite him on the show to talk about it. I think it'd be great. That's an interesting perspective to discuss. Maybe I could get him to come on and talk with me and Mark Kern. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. All right, guys. All right, guys. I'm dying here with the voice. Got to get some liquid in the throat. Thank you so much for watching tonight. There will be a stream tomorrow. Topics will be announced by my intern. Thank you for treating my intern with great respect. And it's funny to see all these other people who are unwilling to do that. But I will talk to y'all then. Have a good night. Have a good night. Peace. Peace.